Hi, my name is Mrs. Bovard and I teach English to speakers of other languages. This video will be a little different today because we are going to subtitle in Spanish, Ukrainian, and Russian. So what do I really do? I teach English to speakers of other languages. So that means that we are working with them to enhance their reading, their writing, their speaking, and their listening in English. But there are other things that we worry about too. We have to pay attention to their academic needs, their social needs, their cultural needs, and that's all part of what we do within our program. If we do everything right, it leads to academic success for our students. We need to communicate with their families and try to bridge that gap between our school and their culture and their family life. And that takes a lot of work as well. Here in this building at William Tennant High School, we have to work on our students and helping them to be successful in the areas of math, science, history, all those content areas, and obviously in grade level English classes as well. So we are communicating with their teachers and trying to help their teachers understand where is their English level. This is what they can do in your class. This is what you can expect. So there's a lot of work that goes on for us behind the scenes, but it all ends up in a great result, and that is that our students are learning English and they're doing very well. Who or what inspired me to become a teacher? So what I want to say is this, is that teaching was a natural fit for me. My mother was a teacher, my uncle was a teacher, and my great-grandfather was a teacher. So it's something that's in the family, so that was a good thing. I had a lot of support when I went into teaching. But I also need to say that it's tremendously rewarding for me as a teacher to take something that is difficult, for example, writing, and turning it into something easy for my students, because a lot of students have trouble with writing, but we break it down and we make it easier and they are able to be successful, and that's really rewarding. So this one is about my favorite memory, and it involves the WIDA, that's W-I-D-A, and basically what that is a required state test that our students must take every year, and it's an English proficiency exam. So much like you would take a test like the Keystone exams, or remember PSSAs, many years ago you took those as well. This for them is the big test, and it's called WIDA, and they must reach a certain score in order to exit from the English Language Development Program, which is what ELD stands for. And I think my favorite memories involve the students, and when we pull them in one by one into our little office and we tell them their score. And for those students who have finally, after years and years of trying to learn English, when they actually hear their score and they know that they have now qualified to exit from the program, I mean, we hear screams, we hear shouts of joy, we see happy dances. It's just a really cool moment for us. And it's a really cool moment for the kids. Is there really a life outside of school? Well, of course there is. Teachers are teachers, but teachers also have a life outside of their classroom. So the normal things, yes, I go home, and yes, I have a family, and I do gardening, and I do landscaping, and time with my family, and family trips. Those are all good things, but those are kind of what I would call normal. And then I have the other part of me that does this crazy stuff. So I have been involved with the National Ski Patrol. I'm actually an alpine ski patroller, and I'm also a Nordic ski patroller. So I am on 2 different ski patrols, cross-country skis and also downhill skis, but I also telemark ski. Along with that, I have a lot of crazy friends who enjoy the out of doors, and when we want to have fun, we fill our backpacks with our winter camping gear and we go out and winter camp. Now that doesn't mean we take a tent. We might take a tarp, or we might not. We definitely take some pads to sleep on to protect us from the snow. But on several occasions we have gone out and built snow caves, and we actually sleep in the snow caves in the middle of winter, and it's really cool. And then the other things we sometimes do is we go out and sleep, but we don't build a snow cave. And we did that up in the Adirondacks. And it happened to be that a Chinook came in from Canada, and that's when the temperature drops unexpectedly. And during the night it dropped to minus 25 degrees. And it is the coldest night I have ever spent out in a sleeping bag. I did survive. But I don't know that I really would encourage anyone to sleep out in minus 25 degrees.